Hey everyone, it is Melissa here from Sincerely Creative Mom. This is going to be a two-part video. What you're going to see here is the creative part of the video, and then the second part of the video is going to be held inside the Mel's Method class, where we're going to break down the cost and do all the pricing for this design. So one of the most things somebody always asks every time I'm live, how much would you sell that for? I'm not sure if that would be a buyer, or most times it's a wreath maker looking to see kind of how I would price things. The answer is easy. It's cost times 2 or 3. But there's a very methodical reasoning to that. And if you want to be really successful at your business, you want to know the why. Why I price things the way I do. Why I discount, don't discount. Add in the clearance prices, don't add in the clearance prices. Wholesale, what wholesale looks like, how I price my wreaths, my kit, my multiples, how I price a class, how I would price things inside a boutique given the situation. So the second part of this tutorial is going to be available inside the Mel's Method class. If you haven't joined us yet, you can join, go to melslinks.com. That's Mel, M-E-L, like Melissa, M-E-L-S links.com, and click on the pricing class and it'll tell you all the information there. For now, just enjoy the creative part of it and we're going to get started. So we have how stinking cute is this with the arrow. I'm not sure whether we're going to put it at the top or at the bottom. We're going to see how things go as we build out. So bright and so fresh, this green. I love, love, love it. It is, well, it's not wired all the way to the top. Let's see, about here. It's wired a lot of the way through. It's long, so we're going to cut it a little bit as we go and have it placed exactly where we want it to. But the first thing we're going to do is just pull all of these apart and give it a little spread so it's a little wide. It has a little bit more, a little larger stance than, you know, being all kind of cooped up. So there's number one. And then we all know and love this greenery floral. It is still a popular hit, except I take this part out. If I can find my, there it is. I take this little guy out because sometimes I don't like. And then in this case, I'm also going to take out these ferns, just because it's not really jiving with what I'm looking for here. And so we're going to just take them out. Sometimes I take them out, sometimes I leave them in. It just really depends. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing and kind of spread this one apart. I want some of them coming up, these long guys to the back. I want those berries coming up to the front. Touch everything, move everything. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to place that wild and crazy right on top here. I'm going to snuggle it right in. So I'm going to make sure that these ends touch. Okay, see all that wild and crazy going on. I'm just going to bring some of that greenery up through. The pretty stuff comes to the front. And then the greens can stay in the back. Before I get going any further, we're going to take a zip tie and add it right to that base here, so that we can really kind of maneuver it and make it do what we want it to do. It's a very simple design. Not all of your designs have to be, you know, elaborate and you know, lots of moves. They can be real simple. If you're looking for any of the tools that I use, again, utilize that Mel's Links website and it will guide you to the tools, the suppliers, all the things that you might be thinking about. Alright, I'm going to bring some of those up here to the front as well. These, you know, wired pieces, don't be afraid to move them. They are meant to do that. And if you don't like the way they are sitting, you just move it again. Alright. Alright, now I am going to do a little haircut because it is a little bit wild and crazy. Although I do like that in this piece. There we go. I think that's good. Okay, so then I'm going to take our trusty stem cutter. Sorry about that. Should have warned you. And to make this video go a little bit faster, I did already pre-make one. So I'm going to cut this one too. So I did this exactly the same as I did the one we just made. And if you've watched my videos, you know this is my favorite thing. It's my favorite part. I love bundles. I love bundles. These little things I call bundles. They're the greatest. They're so easy. You can put them on top of each other and add a bow up here for a little swag. And you can add them together like this, which we're going to. Add a bow in the center, which we're going to. Instead of putting it into a wreath, you can put it on your table for a little table piece. So cute. Very airy, adorable, okay? I always forget to get big twist ties. Not twist ties, what are these? Zip ties. If this one doesn't, oh it does. Take that tool again and just snip it really tight. Okay, as much as I love this, we're going to add a little pink in there. You see our sign has a little pink bow tie, a pink edging. We have pink in our eggs. You guys, I forget my words all the time. We have pink in our eggs, so we're going to add a little bit once we are inside. The next thing we're going to do is, I don't know, maybe it will go on top. You can spread this out up here like this. So we're giving it life up to the top. We're probably going to lose that little egg. Oh, maybe not. And then we can bend it a little bit down this way. Bend it a little bit down this way. So it kind of curves. Same thing over here. We don't want to lose sight of that. There we go. I think we'll do it like that. Okay, let's take this sign off. I mean this thingy here. Let's take this off and add in our 2 pipe cleaners. This sign does look a little thicker, but we're going to just add in a little security. So our staple gun is our staple gun is a 1/4 of an inch. We're going to use a 1/4 of an inch staples, but our, oh, it's got to be a little bit closer, doesn't it? Our sign isn't quite, let me start over, I'm a little distracted. The staples are a 1/4 of an inch. The sign isn't quite a 1/4 of an inch. So I build up this little spot here just to kind of make sure it doesn't go through our sign. So we have a nice perfect sign here. I keep looking over and it looks like our internet is going out with our video. That's why I keep looking over. Alright, I'm just going to add it right there. Super cute. I'm going to take these pipe cleaners and go right through this grapevine, so I'm kind of securing it right through. This is usually the tricky part. We don't want to go in this design, we don't want to go and grab the whole grapevine just because you don't want to see that pipe cleaner from the outside, right? We want to keep that concealed. And so we want to go right through. We should have went with a darker brown. I went with a tan color pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to twist that real tight, clip off the rest, and then I'll show you the back in a second, but we're going to put that right back up into the grapevine to kind of hide that. The same thing on this side. Pipe cleaner goes right through. And we're going to secure that little swag to the top of this. And add a bow. And then again, part 2 will be in the Mills Method class. So if you're interested in learning how to price this, or why I price it the way I do, which is very important, because you could go see what anybody prices their stuff for, but without knowing all the details behind it, you could be pricing your items very incorrectly. So you want to make sure that you're starting off on the right foot and getting that stuff priced fairly for you and for your customer, really. You certainly don't want to overprice. That's also a thing. You don't want to do that. All right, super perfect. I'm going to go up to that top and secure in our piece here. So for this, I'm going to take that pipe cleaner, go straight up from the bottom. Do a little magic trick here. Come on. Let's see. There we go. So I'm going to secure it just like this. And then we can pull some of this stuff down. I'm going to cut those. I'm loving it even more. Okay, and then we're going to take our ribbon, which is just a 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Tails aren't going to be too long, but I am going to leave them a little longer. We can cut them once we have our bow in place. So just one center loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist. I went with the eggs because they're colorful, they're bright. Pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, and then we'll leave our tail on that side. So what I am going to do is, just for measurement, 18 inches, started with a 5.5 inch, 18 inches, okay, then I'm going to take this and set it right inside that pipe cleaner that we have sitting there waiting for us. So the same pipe cleaner that we had attached. Just gonna add that right in the center. Twist that up. Cut off that excess. Hide the rest of that pipe cleaner. Bring that center loop to the center. Now, we're obviously going to cut them. super duper cute. Really easy. Now, wild and crazy, yes. Out of control, too much, no. This is perfect. I'm just giving it a little bit of haircut all the way around. So those were long, and we just made them short. There's nothing wrong with that. Super duper cute. All right, let's move this out of the way so you can see. Don't be afraid don't be afraid to add some things once you have your main piece secured. We're going to add these tulips. Nothing screams spring, right? More than tulips. So we are going to add a couple of these. I have my glue pot ready to go. We're going to leave those stems long. Because we might need some of those to be longer to fit out with the rest of our design. We'll cut up one of our glue pot. Ready? And then I'm just going to make sure, lift up some of these things to get our design inside there. So perfect. These tulips are one of my very favorite ads for any spring or summer, or well, not summer, but spring design. I love them so much. More. Now this one, even though it's going to kind of go on the top, I still can't just stick it in. I gotta have a slide it in there. Come on. There we go. Tulips just add that exactly what it needed. Now we're not adding too many. This just adds an extra nice little bloom in there. I'm going to bring that 3-part kind of coming this way, up underneath that egg. Always just want to make sure that you're staying as balanced as you possibly can. This is darling. It's so cute. Right up in there. I don't know how much space we're going to have, so I'm going to cut that off. Again, if you haven't joined us already for the Mel's Method class, it's all about pricing and motivation and calculations. The first day will be all about getting ready to actually do the calculations, not to scare you on the very first day. The second day will be about all the calculations. The third day will be a Q&A to ask any questions. There's actually a live Q&A in there right this second. You know what would be really cute in this? Hold on, there's just one thing that we might add that I wasn't planning on it, but I just got some today. Look at how cute these are. These are from Hobby Lobby. You guys, the SKU list actually for these. The SKU list. Oh. I wonder if this will really be able to get in there. I wasn't planning on these, but see, I'm distracted. I was so in love with these. At the store that I had to have them. So there's some that are a little different, like this one has blue and purple in it. I'm going to take that one next. Oopsie. Got distracted. I love these things. Little pip berries have my heart. They're not well wired, so we probably should have put a we might still do that. Probably should have put a steel pick on the end. Set that one aside for a second. It doesn't really need it. It looked very cute without it. It did. If that's what you're thinking in your head, like it would have been fine without it. I agree with you. It totally would have. But this is just too stinking cute. So we're gonna add. I'm just gonna add some. It's fine. So this is steel pick machine. If you've never used one of these before, I bought mine from Sam's Club. Florists use them. They are a great tool. If you don't have one of these, don't feel like you can't do it, because it'll be very easy to use. They have these other things. They're like little wooden picks with a little wire on the end. And you just use those. They're just so sweet looking. They're just so sweet. I'm just making them a little bit shorter here. Should probably cut it actually. So cute, so sweet. I love them. They're called pip berries. committed now. So sweet. Oops. Okay, so again, as I was saying before I was distracted, this is part 1 to this video. If you are in the Mel's Method class, please be sure you're looking for part 2 so that you can understand how we priced this sweetie pie and why. If you have not joined the Mel's Method class, you can still join whether the class is live or on replay. It'll still be available in my website, and you can join at any time. The only thing that will not be available if you're joining after the live class is there won't be a spot for you to submit your new Q&A. So the class will be monitored for a week after class, and then it won't be monitored after that. But you have my text number inside the group. You have a special code that lets me know that you took that class, so you can just text me and ask me questions, and then I'll get back to you. This is adorable. It's super cute. Y'all, melslinks.com is where you can find any of our stuff. This is adorable, super duper cute. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.